All clear. Clear prop.
Oh, we got you loud and clear now, Craig.
Loud and clear.
Oh man, this is fucking great.
I haven't been on a plane like this since I was 16. I was telling them.
Are you good? Are you good though?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, because I think we're about to fly. Those kind of look like some dusty old girls.
Yeah, they've been sitting there for a minute.
That one's got a windshield out. Or no. It'll be my first backseat flight as well. Yes. Super excited about that. So, she said approximately like 50 articles of clothing, 2 boxes. So small boxes, less than 100 pounds.
All right.
Does that sound good for cargo?
That should be all right.
All right. I love the should be.
Reassuring.
Yeah, we'll let you get off the ground, and then we'll do a little intro. I'll do a little introduction, and then we can kind of just let it flow.
Yeah, I got a lot of fuck questions for Craig.
That's cool. Got some real fucking zingers on deck. Oh,
Like,
yes.
Toledo Executive Traffic, Archer 433, Mike Alpha departing runway 32 to the northwest. Toledo Executive.
And we're flying, boys.
There you go.
Got up there pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to take that dram with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you need any.
That should be good.
Well, what's going on, everybody?
Does Rotate Aviate have an Instagram page?
We do have an Instagram, yeah.
Okay, so Craig, if you do post that, we'll have to tag everybody in it.
Oh yeah. Just let me know.
We'll start turning this way a little bit. Good old Lake Erie. So now we're at the point now where we can actually conduct our show. You know what I mean? So we're in airspace that is uncongested and we are clear. All of our safety precautions have been taken. And welcome to our guest, Craig.
Yeah, thanks.
What's going on, man?
Awesome.
So this is kind of different, man. So like the audio quality isn't going to be like the greatest in the world. However, it is going to be unique. And I started this thing on rss.com. And the first email they sent me was, don't worry about buying a really expensive microphone. You know, most of the biggest podcasts ever take off were done in basements on iPhones, you know, and stuff like that. So we like to get up in the air and just kind of do some sightseeing, but also kind of talk about interests and things like that. So, Zach, you hear us all right back there?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
I'm here.
This is Zach's first time in the back seat.
Yeah, it's great. Got a lovely view, plenty of leg room.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a great time.
So we just went to Michigan to pick up some of these shirts. How much we got?
Right. So our friends at PGFA, Craig, if you would like to break it down a little bit for us.
Yeah, PGFA, they make clothing for us. Want to hand me that? Make our Adrian indoor garden clothes and Toledo indoor garden clothes. They do stitched clothing, which is really high quality and
Pretty cool that we were able to go up there instead of driving.
yeah,
you know.
that was just a total random trip.
We had all the people at the airport confused. We just had 2 boxes and we're just throwing bags. It looked like we were throwing bricks in the plane. It looked legit. Dude, it was hilarious.
Pablo Escobar up in here.
Yeah. So tell us what you do, man. What do you got going on in what business that you're in?
So yeah, I own a grow store with my wife. We sell lights, nutrients, soil, pretty much everything you need to start your indoor garden.
Indoor garden, nice.
I've been at it for 12 years. Started in 600 square foot building and borrowed $5,000 from my buddy.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And I asked him, like, do you want to be 50-50 partners? And he's like, no, I just want my $5,000 back. And
Yeah.
now we have 5 different stores and
That's
3
pretty
different
cool.
states, so.
So I could walk into your store right now, and if I wanted to, like, start my own garden or any type of plant that I want to grow for my own sustainability, you're a one-stop shop for all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff. That's pretty cool.
From hydroponics to organic soil, I mean, we do it all for sure.
So what percentage of your market is for, like, just trying to, like, I don't know, someone trying to live off the land? Like, if someone want to grow their own fruits, vegetables, stuff like that, versus, I know there's other markets because we're right there by Michigan. We all know what's up, you know.
Yeah, the Michigan market definitely helps us a lot,
I
but
bet,
I would
yeah.
say, I don't know, about 10%.
That's pretty cool. It's still nice knowing that there's people out there that take care of their stuff and
Oh,
they
yeah.
do that. That's pretty neat.
There's downtown Toledo, there's a place called Balance Grill. Have you heard of it? Or,
Oh.
They have an indoor hydroponic greenhouse they run, and they grow their own vegetables and everything in-house.
That's pretty
Downtown
cool.
Toledo.
So all their food and everything eating on that plate goes straight from the ground to the
Yeah,
plate.
it just
in
literally
house.
goes across the hallway.
That's awesome. How do you and Zach come to meet? I want to know about that.
Well, yeah. The story is that so when I began my adventure in Toledo, I had a room rental service basically with my friend Cody, close friend that I had met. So basically a mutual friend, a friend of a friend, and he basically applied at the indoor garden store and got accepted. Started working there, and throughout just lingering amongst the store for free knowledge and fellowship, kind of volunteering my time at their events. They do a great job for the vendors, kind of interacting with the community and sharing their knowledge and skill set with them. So yeah, it was just kind of mutual friendship and continuous sites.
Good old classic networking, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Never a dull moment.
Led to this, that's for sure.
That's awesome.
You know, he doesn't know any strangers either. You know what I mean? Like, you walk into a room and you're talking, you're figuring things out. You're
Oh, yeah. That's shy.
not shy to give somebody a sniff.
Now,
Walking up to them and give them a little.
yeah, see what they're all about.
Yeah.
So,
You smell pretty cool. Let's hang out.
yeah, I know what they're all about.
How long have you and Cody known each other?
So we started working together at Loom in Michigan. It was, it's got to be going on 4 years now,
All right.
I would imagine. So, yeah, just kind of stumbled upon each other on the showroom floor, selling recreational cannabis.
The first time walking into a place like that, man, I couldn't believe it. It's like an Apple store.
Where'd you go to?
Loom. I think it was my first
was
experience
Loom,
with
yeah.
Loom when I went to go visit Zach and stuff and check it out. But it's just the way that it's so crazy how that product went from street to the most it's really respected in the industry.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just thrown around in the living room or in the basement or on the street and in the back. I mean, it's cared for and
It's branded
highly respected, branded. There's a lot of care, a lot of dedication that I've seen. And I'm not a user. I don't partake in that. I respect those that do. And I know there's a lot of medical reasons, a lot of benefits to a lot of people that are dependent upon it for their own health. But I think it's time for the world to wake up a little bit. You know what I mean? And get on with it.
Totally would agree.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's just hippies and stoners and just growing their basement, but it's like a science. It's a ton of money. These places are doing
Oh yeah,
$100 million a year. Some of these places, it's big business.
wild.
We like to incorporate our corporate adventures that we've all kind of had again amongst the small town farmers and the home brews, small batch farmers. So
It kind of goes hand in hand with me. Like the way I see it, it's kind of like breweries.
yeah,
You know, everybody's got. I mean, there's his own little strain or own design of how you grow it. Same thing with breweries. You know, they have that one little secret recipe or the one little modification of how they do things that changes everything. And I wouldn't know what if you were to hand me something right now and I were to like consume it with you. I wouldn't know product A from product Z. You know what I mean? I would just get really sleepy and hungry within 20 minutes, or something like that. But it's still, I can totally see it, how it's, the branding's important and pretty neat.
Branding's everything, because honestly, some of the best brands don't have the best weed, and they sell the most products. So
yeah, there's too industrialized, too mainstream. You got the biggest name out there. You're pushing it like Walmart.
A lot of times you don't even see the weed. You're just going off the name. You can't even see it before you buy it. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Just trust that it's going to be a good enough product, but it might not be the best. Might be the best quality. Might be the best cared for. Might not have that custom essence to it.
Exactly it.
So.
The way the market is right now, it all goes by THC percentage. So, like, kind of backwards. It's like going into a liquor store and
seeing what the ABV,
alcohol
alcohol per volume.
By the liquor percentage.
Proofs, stuff like that. Yep. There's gas station vodka, and then there's Grey Goose.
Right. Exactly right.
So I'm curious about your take on like just current events around the world and stuff. So there's reports today, maybe it was yesterday, but there was another train derailment.
Wow.
And I've been scratching the surface of some conspiracies. But the thing about conspiracies is that they're only conspiracy about 3 months until they're truth. So the train derailment thing.
Yeah,
in East Palestine, or whatever you pronounce it, it's kind of eye-opening because I compare it to how the Chernobyl disaster was handled in '86.
Yeah.
You ever watch that on HBO?
Did.
Dude, that was a great eye-opening experience. Like just how much a government, not our, but like any government would go to maintain control and perception of what's going on around them, and it costs a lot of lives and a lot of procedures that were done incorrectly, and I just fear that's going to be the case for Ohio because there's a lot of independent researchers, independent people doing their own testing in those areas. The river is completely screwed.
Oh yeah,
Ohio River's screwed. When they burnt that stuff. Now I get that from my understanding they intentionally burned everything because it was going to explode. So they were like basically burning off the pressure or the excess before it would ignite and cause further damage. But you see the pictures of the cloud going in the air?
Yeah.
All that, those particles basically cling to water molecules in the air.
Yeah.
And it goes from one chemical to the chain reaction, but the byproduct, the end result, is hydrochloric acid. And when it rains, it burns your skin, eats the clear coat off your car, all kinds of stuff, So when that stuff went in the air and precipitation was a result of it wherever it went, it was causing some serious damage. And then, whether this is true or not, I'm not trying to spread misinformation, but there was one report where Norfolk Southern was like, we'll just give the town $25,000 as a I'm sorry packet and go from there. When you break down how many people live in that area, it came down to like $5 to $15, $20 a person.
Wow.
To make up for everything.
Wow.
Shows you how little they care.
Yeah.
And how much something like that can impact our little state of Ohio. Here.
I don't even hear about it that much. They do a good job.
That's the
covering
problem.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You should be hearing about it. There should be, and even if it doesn't affect you, you should be hearing enough about it that way you have the confidence that they're on top of it, or here's what they're doing to take care of it. Here's what we're going to do next time if it ever happens near you. You need to have that trust and confidence that, owning up to it's one thing, and it's just moving on and learning from it's another. I just don't know if they're doing that or not. Little turn this way. The last time Zach and I did a similar route just like this, and we were able to see Toledo over the left wingtip, and then we could see Cleveland over the right. This is Port Clinton right here. This is where the islands are at. You got Put-in Bay, you've got Middle Bass, you got North Bass, you got Kelly's Island, you got the Catawba. They call it Catawba Island, but it's really more like a peninsula. Lakeside Marvette, and Cedar Point is straight down right in front of us, right in the middle of the bay. So there's the bay, right in the dead center is Cedar Point.
Is there an airport on Put-in Bay?
Yeah, there's one on Put-in Bay, and then there's one Port Clinton straight down below. This is the place where I told Zach, if you gotta pee, I'm just gonna land right here and you can get out and pee on the on the taxiway and we'll get back up in it, right back at it. But
Opted out on that.
he opted out on it. Yep.
Not today.
Let her fly at 5,500.
Yeah. It's nice and smooth today, man. There's a couple times where Zach about ralphed his nader everywhere.
Yikes.
Coming back in from the OSU trip when we went to Ohio Stadium to watch Ohio State Buckeyes and Iowa Hawks, or is it the Hawks? Hawkeyes play. Yeah, we had a rough time getting this bird down to the ground. You saw it?
Yeah.
Dude, I have a little compilation of him just getting excited about landing that one. He was just like head back like this and the eyes were shut. He didn't want to watch that one.
No.
We were getting tossed around.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild.
Is that the worst area you've had since?
That was one of the worst ones. One of them, and he was there to experience it. But they train you what to do. You know, when you get a bad crossing like that, it's really bumpy. You just gotta come in a little bit faster. That way your wings are more effective.
Normally just try coming straight, or is it like an angle? And
Sometimes, well, there's a couple times where I'm coming in to land the plane and I'm staring out the left window. I'm looking at the runway from the left window and I'm just crabbing it in. But then there's some procedures that you do to correct the plane, but we usually just kind of crab walk it in until we get down to we're at the flare, and then you might see it, you might not when we go back. Give you a little example of some different things to do, or things you can do, some tricks to get the plane down quick, and got the autopilot working. So for anybody listening, it's not going to make much of a difference. At least I hope it won't with the audio quality. But for anybody watching, we are in a 2000 Piper Archer, and what Zach and I have flown in the past is either this plane or a 1978 Piper Warrior. The main difference is 20 horsepower difference in the engine, and obviously the panel is a lot different. So the other one's a little bit old school. You can actually, and Zach, you probably correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can see more out of the Warrior. I think there's more window real estate to be able to look out and see things.
Yeah,
gotta be a little tall for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the back seat's great.
This one's got a really nice autopilot. It costs a little bit more to rent and operate, but long trips, it's really nice. Does a lot of stuff for you. A little bit more comfortable on the inside. The Warrior's really nice too. Actually, I fly the Warrior intentionally because it humbles me. It makes me hand fly the plane more, and I'm working towards an instrument rating later on, and you got to be able to hand fly a lot of that stuff. We would pick this, so you can bring this down just a little bit if that helps. Either one.
How far will this plane go?
That'll go all the way down.
Oh,
Or what do you mean?
how far can it travel?
Oh, the plane? Yeah, that's a good bad. I thought you were talking about
He
this.
said it'll go all the way down.
Poor choice of words. So this has a 48 gallon of useful fuel. There's 24 gallons in each tank, and you can get it to burn between 10 and 11 gallons per hour. So it's about a 4-hour range typically. We don't want to push that. We want to have some reserve. So every time you plan on flying, you can plan for about 3.5 to 4 hours of flight time, and then depending on where the winds are coming from, you can achieve, 500. 5 to 600 miles, range on one flow. So, any questions for Zach and I? Or are you curious about anything? Or
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, when you get your license, Zach?
Yeah, well, once we get a arrangement set up with Walter's instructor.
yeah, that might be the next thing. You might be seeing. I'm going to be in the back seat and he'll be flying it.
Oh my God.
We're going to try to do that. So for those of you listening, those of you who subscribed or are interested, I know the first one, we haven't had many views on the preview podcast thing.
Yeah.
This might take off a little bit too. Who knows? But if anybody's interested or follows this playlist in general, there may or may not be a time where you'll see Zach flying this thing and I'll be in the back seat.
Yeah, that could come to fruition for sure.
I actually texted Nick. He's at drill, so he's not.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't able to partake today. So, and I was planning on doing multiple things today. I was going to do that and you and another person. So my goal is to have a more consistent release of episodes. So I'll probably go home and edit this and throw it up there. Maybe either tonight or Monday. I'll try to make it the same day at least, But yeah, once we're done here, if somebody else is ready to go, I'd bring them in and we'd shoot another session or something. Just kind of go over it. Not as long as Joe Rogan though. I've been more. I've been looking at a lot of other podcasts and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan's, but his are like 2.5, 3 hours long. You know. So I'm always playing him. Anytime I'm going somewhere, even if it's only for 20 minutes, I listen to 20 minutes of one of the sessions. But he's got like 2,000 episodes. He's up to 1,900 and some change, and they're all 2 or 3 hours long a piece. So I'll never be able to go through the entire catalog of his show.
A lot of material.
Yeah.
I have a good buddy that listens to all his podcasts, and pretty much is where he gets all his info. How'd you get into editing and all this?
It really all started with our video of Zach, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what happened was I just filmed that video with two GoPros, one up here and one in the back. One was capturing the audio, the other one was getting his reaction. And I just put it together with an app on my iPad called Splice. And once everything took off and a lot of people were clicking subscribe for some more stuff, and I was intending on putting some aviation videos up there, but not to the extent that I am now. Well, I was fortunate enough to invest in a new computer, some monitors, and some software, and self-taught myself how to create videos and content. It kind of became like a side hustle or a side gig for other things. Like I do drone photography, real estate stuff. I do a lot of stuff on social media channels. Now I'm starting to help other people edit and get some content out there for each other. But it kind of happened on its own. And I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of cool. It's a nice little fulfilling project at the end of everything.
For a living, then.
What's that?
What do you do for a living?
Oh, what I do for a full time? I sell cars, man.
Oh, do you?
I sell cars. Yeah, I sell metal.
New or used?
Both. So I work at a Ford dealership in Tiffin, Ohio, and I sell new and used Fords, and we mix a little bit of everything. We've got a pretty good sized dealer group, so I'm able to share inventory and get people taken care of. And I've been there 6 years. Did finance for 2 of those years. But my favorite thing, my bread and butter of working there is just nerding out on the new stuff. When a new product comes out, the new features, new technology, I go nuts over it. And I might be a little overbearing with some people. I just want to. I'm like a walking, talking car show. Like people don't even buy it from me all the time, but I don't care. I just like the opportunity to share what new features are available and what things that they could benefit from. I always ask the customer when they're trading something, so what do you like most about your current vehicle? What do you not like, and what do you want to benefit from in your next one? And once I figure out what their needs are, I just find a couple models and I pull them up and I say, this is what this does. Here's a feature that I think you might like because you said you travel a lot, or you have a bad back, or here, I suggest this seat because it's got the most adjustments with the, it's just how I am with it. And they either don't buy or they do buy, but I kind of put that in the back of my mind, and what's in front is them.
Guys still having struggles getting cars, or how's that?
It's tough, yeah. It's kind of weird because the prices keep going up, but they keep taking shit away. You can't get a heated steering wheel on a Lariat F-150. You can't get massage seats on a Platinum. You can't get climate controls on certain things. You can't get, it's just certain safety features, not safety, but like a security pack. There's an advanced security pack on the new trucks that they don't let you have. It's just, they keep removing luxury content, but then the prices have never been higher. But they're doing it in an attempt to get them on the lot at all. It's better than not having anything at all, but it's just like, come on, you guys, I don't understand it. But it's messing with the market. Interest rates are messing with the market.
Oh, yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, I lease usually, but we've been looking for a box truck to buy our ones, given this issue, so.
I got a pretty good lead on a van. I got a big transit cargo van if you ever want something like that.
247. Well, hopefully we need for it.
We say box truck, it's kind of, well, it's not as big as a box truck, but it's a good sized cargo unit either way.
You ever fly at night?
Yeah, actually I have a few times. I do need to get recurrent on that. I might do that tonight actually. But I'm allowed to fly with you guys, with passengers, after the sun sets, like 30 minutes after sunset, if I've got 4 takeoff and landings by myself, 90 days prior. So I'm out of that. I should have done it back in January, but once you guys are done, I'm going to go back home. If the sun's down, I'll do my takeoff and lands and get recurrent on it and stuff and go from there.
Oh, you can just do them right in a row?
Yeah. Well, I got to come to a full stop at night, then take back off. But once I accomplish those nighttime operations, it'll basically reset my ability to fly at night.
So how do they keep track of that?
My logbook.
All right.
And there's also this transponder. This will tell you when it was flying. Like this entire path right now. See this? See that green line?
Yeah.
What we just got done doing? All that's trackable on the internet. They can look up this tail number on flightaware.com and figure it all out. See everything that we've been doing, where we went, how fast we've been flying, what altitudes, all that stuff. I'm gonna get her ready to come down. We were 6 minutes out, 12 miles away, so I'm gonna switch it to their frequency here. Now we're back on with them. I'm gonna check their weather.
Toledo Executive Airport.
Automated weather observation 2246 Zulu. Wind 070 at 07. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 09 Celsius. Dew point -01 Celsius. Altimeter 3026. Remarks. Density altitude -200.
Toledo Executive Traffic, Archer 433 Mike Alpha is 6 miles east of the field at 5,000. We are descending and we will enter a downwind for 04. Oh, there it goes. It's done. At least that one's done anyway.
The 360, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah. This is kind of our little experiment here into making
some entertainment, making some shows, right?
I think you guys are gonna do good. This is great.
I really appreciate it, Craig. Yeah, we push things together quickly, but usually you never know what comes out. So you at least got to try.
This is the basement of our podcast right here. Just the cockpit of a plane. It goes at what happens, you know. Thanks for coming on with us, man.
Oh, man, thanks for having me. This
I haven't been on a Sunday in a while. Epic adventures.